I came here, my first assignment was at St. Benedict's after my ordination. It was 1958. Came here in, I think it was July 1st, somewhere around there. And I was scared stiff because I'd never done this before. It was brand new. But Father Doherty was the pastor, and I was welcomed, and Father Charlie Kelly was here, and things got going. I got interested in the school. At that time we had 16 classrooms, and there must have been 30-some, 40-some kids in it. And I think I'd hit every classroom once a week, if not maybe alternate. And had a lot of fun. We had a great principal. One year the janitor quit, and she said to me, "Come on over, we're going to scrub the floor of the school." And I said, "Huh?" And she said, "Yeah, you don't know how to run a scrubber?" And I said, "Well, can you?" "Oh, sure." She was about, Amadeo was about that big. And we went through the entire school, scrubbed all the floors, waxed them all, and it was great training. Had a lot of fun doing that. There were a lot of great kids here. We had a lot of good times, but in many ways. I ended up about the second or third year because the principal was alone. Well, the principal taught 8th grade, and she had to do her principal work sometimes. So I said, "How about if I take the 8th grade for you? I'll teach religion." So I did that every day for probably 6, 7, or 8 years. I don't know. And that was always interesting, and it was fun, and it was very interesting. I had a lot of good times. Some of the great experiences when we'd go down to Springfield. Let's see, we went to Springfield a couple of times. We went up to the Chrysler plant way up north in Illinois. We had some great fun times going to those. They got the 8th grade trip, and we had a lot of fun with those. Lost a lot of hair over that. One time a kid got sick, and we didn't know whether we were going to make it, but we got him home and he was all right. And there were a lot of kids. A lot of the interesting thing was that even after I left here, I still kept up with many of the kids and with their moms, and I always used to get invited back to the ladies' luncheon and things like that. We had a lot of fun doing all that. And I was in charge of the altar boys, and that was a good experience, and we had all good kids. And my mind is running out of things. I was here then for, well, the normal term was 6 years, and then for some reason, I don't know how, but I got an extension, so I stayed on another year. So I left after 7 years, and then went into St. Raphael's in Inglewood. The reason I got to be sent here was because my name was German. I couldn't speak German, but it was a German parish. And then when it came time to move me, they sent me down to St. Raphael's, and that was a German parish too, but there weren't any Germans left there, so it was a good time. And that's about all I can remember here. One of the interesting things, I work at Little Company Mary Hospital now, and every once in a while I run into somebody that's from Blue Island. And that's interesting when you meet them. And then, what was the name? Oh, Mulderink's farm, which is now Playfield. That was where they had that big, after they sold the farm, there was cleaners there or something, and they spilt the cleaning fluid into the water, and that's why they're having that big problem out there with the water. And this would be the son I visited a couple of times in the hospital. And but every once in a while you run into somebody, and when I'm going around, I always say, "Are you related to anybody that was in Blue Island?" And so once in a while you pick up somebody that you know. I think that's about it. Okay, thank you.
So I was here at St. Benedict's as an associate pastor during the middle 70s, and I enjoyed it very much. I think one of the things I really enjoyed was the spirit that was here among the parishioners. As was evident tonight at our basketball reunion. There's just been a good camaraderie, and people love their parish. They love their school, which we are very proud of. And it was a very happy time for me to be here ministering to the good people here at St. Benedict's. I was here for 6 years. I think it was 6 years, maybe 7. But 6 to 7 very happy years. Well, there were times when, there was one time when Sister Miriam Patrick and I taught the CCD kids in 7th and 8th grade because they came in from St. Peter Claver, and that was a very nice experience, teaching the 7th and 8th graders as they played with our basketball teams. We always had good basketball teams, good spirit teams. Over the years, again, reflecting the people's love of their parish. That's what I enjoyed the most. We always had a good house that I made, a good rectory, and a priest that were there that I served with. Always, it was just a good, happy home, and a very nice assignment. I was glad I was here.
Okay, my name is Sister Miriam Patrick, and I taught at St. Benedict the 8th grade class from 1965 to 69. And then I left for a couple of years, and I came back in 1973 to 83 as principal. The years at St. Benedict's probably were some of the happiest years of my life, and basically because of the people. As Father PURTELL mentioned, that the people loved their church, they loved their school, and there was a wonderful, wonderful spirit. There's a way, I think, in which I never left St. Benedict's, because I really try to get back every year for at least one of the fish fries, which started really as a way of helping the school, and then grew into something fantastic for the parish as well. It was fun being here, because you could have a good time. I think that the athletic club probably was one of the best in the area as far as organization and as far as working with the principal. I would go to principals' meetings, and they were all moaning about the athletic club and the problems that they would have, and we just never had any of those here. I think it's because we worked so well together. If a kid was in trouble, I never hesitated going to a coach and saying, you know, could you talk to so-and-so? Because I hated to take a kid out of sports because of behavior or grades or anything, when I thought that the relationship between the coaches that we had with the kids would be so beneficial for that kid who was having some trouble. So we really worked together and worked well, and I enjoyed every bit of my time here. Probably would have stayed, but I was elected provincial and had to leave. But be careful where you step around St. Benedict's, because part of my heart is still here.